there guys, Erin here again, and today I am doing 3 full days of eating. I don't have footage for every single meal, but I will kind of explain what I ate, and they're basically some days I repeated meals, and so I'm not gonna bore you with showing you the same footage of the same types of food over and over again. I'll just kind of explain. And so this is what I ate on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. It's Thursday now, and I don't really intend on eating too much more. If I do, I'm just gonna not do it because I want to be honest with you guys. So, and I want to get this video up as quickly as possible because I've been working on this for way too long. So my breakfast for all 3 days was exactly the same. I did my bulletproof coffee, and I'm gonna link it. Let's think here. It's gonna be on this side. I'm gonna link up here my my bulletproof coffee that I make video. But basically, if you don't want to watch that, that's cool. It is 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, and then 2 tablespoons of collagen, and then I dash in a little cinnamon, a little turmeric, and then a couple drops of stevia just to sweeten it up. And that is my go-to morning coffee, and it's about 245 calories. I will start drinking that around 8:30, and I will usually finish it around 10:30. So I'll just sip it throughout the morning. It stays hot in my tumbler, totally works for me. And it's basically just the same thing every single day. So I'm not going to bore you showing you 3 sets of footage of me drinking that coffee. So then my lunch on Tuesday and today, Thursday, was basically the same lunch. And so it was just sea snacks, some Duke's sausages, they're like jerky sausages, about 3 of them, some mozzarella balls, and then some holy guacamole, like the to-go cup, and some bell peppers. So that's kind of my go-to lunch when I go into work. It's really easy. I can put it in this container I have. It's called a lunch box, or lunch bots. They're just these stainless steel containers. They're really great for just tossing a bunch of things in that are snacky like that. And then however, if you're trying to like meal prep with them, they're stainless steel. You can't put them in a microwave. That's dangerous. They're just basically for like cold items, like that you could just throw in the fridge, or even dry items that you just want to keep separated. So yeah, that was my lunch Tuesday and Thursday. So on Wednesday for lunch, I had leftover fathead pizza, and I had a couple pork rinds with that, a pack of sea snacks, and then I think another just 1 package of the mozzarella balls, because apparently with my very full fat cheese pizza, I wanted more cheese, and so I did that. So then for dinners during the week, getting a little bit more technical. Tuesday I made some fathead pizza. I don't particularly follow any recipe for my fathead pizza. It's basically, as long as you can master the kind of dough ratio to make it, regarding shredded cheese, cream cheese, almond meal or almond flour, and your eggs, you'll generally get that crust. It's really not that hard to flub. I've been like playing around with it. I've been using things like Boursin cheese versus cream cheese, and like, or just like replacing half of it with that, and it totally works with that too. I've replaced the mozzarella cheese that's in a lot of recipes with cheddar cheese, and that totally works. And I've done almond flour and almond meal, and both work. So yeah, usually because I'm serving it for myself and my family, I make 2 pizzas, so I make the dough like an extra amount, and then I put toppings on it that my husband and I would like, which usually includes things like jalapenos, so my kids wouldn't be into that, but and then just have like the kids pizza. And that's where my 2 slices of lunch pizza came from, because the kids only usually eat about 1 slice of it because they just get so full. So yeah, so Wednesday for dinner, what did I eat? What did I eat on Wednesday for dinner? Oh yeah, so Wednesday for dinner, I did one of my favorite dinners, and that is sauteed summer squash and zucchini. I sauteed in butter, and then I added some mushrooms to it. Just some regular button mushrooms, nothing crazy. And then I cooked 2 pieces of salmon for my husband and myself, and they turned out really perfect. In order to kind of finish the salmon the right way, when I'm frying it, I take an old cake pan, like a round cake tin, and I put it over my skillet or my frying pan, because my frying pan doesn't have a lid, so that keeps the heat in so that the inside of the fish gets cooked properly. I cook it with the skin on the bottom, but when we eat it, we remove the skin, just so that it doesn't get burnt or overcooked on the bottom. And then that helps to keep kind of the moisture in. And then when I made the sauteed vegetables, I added some boursin cheese. I add that a lot to my vegetables. It's just an easy way to get fat in, and I think 1 tablespoon of it only has half a carb. So it's just a great way to get some fat in. They're always flavored. This one I think was like fresh herbs and onion or chive, so you get that flavor in there. And again, the amount I used was probably about 2.5 tablespoons. It was just what we had left over after we had eaten it one weekend, just with like veggies and stuff, and so I dumped that in there. I've got these extra seasoning things, or they're like just tubes of fresh herbs and seasoning. So one was just kind of like a fresh herb one, or Italian herb one, and the other one was this like sweet chili, but it's not really sweet, it's just chili paste basically, or chili flakes, and I added that to the vegetables, and so that gave it a little spice. Overall, I just put the fish on top of the vegetables. It was super great, super yummy, loved it. Tonight for dinner I ate some hot dogs, so very fancy tonight. So I just cooked a couple hot dogs up. I did 6 hot dogs total, but 2 were for my kids. My husband and I each ate 2. Cooked them up in butters just so they could get some extra fat on there. And then I did some asparagus tips, some Brussels sprouts, and some red onion sauteed in butter. And then I added some Parmesan cheese to the top of it, so a little bit more fat there. And then on top of our hot dogs, once they were done cooking, I put some Farmhouse Cultures sauerkraut. I did it in the jalapeno flavor because I like things spicy, and you know, why not? And then I added this unsweetened organic ketchup that I found. I will say that when I first tried this ketchup, it was pretty horrible. It was, you know, it basically tasted like liquid tomato paste. But now, as I have become more adapted and, you know, my taste buds have changed, it tastes like normal ketchup to me now. It's just ketchup. And so I put that on top, and yeah, that was my dinner. For dessert, all 3 nights, I ate a couple little bars of this 88% dark chocolate from Equal Exchange. It's only got a few carbs. I think if you have half of a bar, it's like 7 carbs, and so when we split it down to be like 1/4 of a bar, so it becomes like 3 carbs total, or 3.5 carbs, and that works really good throughout the week. I also did things like my apple cider vinegar shots, or throughout the last 3 days, I do it all week long, but throughout the last 3 days I've done my apple cider vinegar shots, as well as my natural calm to kind of help me sleep and get my magnesium in there. I'm probably, looking at everything that I've eaten, probably low on potassium, so I will probably end up having a green smoothie tomorrow in order to get more potassium in there. So that's what I ate this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The overall macro count for each day was this. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, very good keto eating there, I guess. And I will just say that I'm enjoying the diet. It's going great. I feel all amazing on it, and I'm enjoying the benefits. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, because that lets me know that, yet again, I've done something that you guys are enjoying and you enjoyed watching. And if you are somebody that just randomly came across my channel now, please go ahead and subscribe, because I do things that are related to my keto diet. I give tips and advice, and kind of just debrief about it, as well as do things like this where I share what I'm eating in the day. So again, until next time, I hope you guys are well. I hope everything's great, and I will see you guys all later. Bye!